Right, I'm going to show you, start off with the layering solution. I'm just going to show you what it does because it's absolutely fantastic. This one I've already done because it takes a little while to dry. So I've done that on MDF, a coat of white acrylic paint, alcohol inks on top, and then a coat of layering solution. So these are my colours, and I'm just going to, that was my knee. Let's make sure that you can see because I'll go off. Right, so the layering solution. Okay, literally put it on with a brush, or they do even say you can put it on with your finger, which is what I tend to do because it goes on smoother, but that is not shifting those inks at all, and you only need a little bit and just spread it out so it lasts absolutely ages. Okay, so I'm going to put that all over. We may get interruptions because 3 pugs as usual and everyone else is at home, so there'll be all sorts of things going on, but we'll see how it goes. It says on the bottle, do not shake or you get air bubbles. Now it is tempting to shake because there's stuff in the bottom. So you really do want to shake it, but it says does not contain any harmful substances. Place down your first colour, apply layering solution evenly with a finger or brush. Let dry completely, then apply the second colour. Repeat if needed with other layers. The layering solution is water soluble. Do not shake as it will introduce air. So you can keep on layering, which is really good. So I don't know whether or not you can see, that's just made that where it's wet a little bit shiny. And this is the one that I did about half an hour ago. Okay, so let's just put down some different colours. I'm going to go with a red. Start down here. Is that red? Yeah, it is red. It's spreading out nicely on top, and I'm going to use a little bit of blending solution. And if I can find my trusty straw, oops, I just moved you. Oh, Connie's having a go at a pug at the moment. Alright, let's put you back where you was. Right, so you can see already that's gone on their knee, but it hasn't spread, it hasn't bled into any of the others. So I'm going to put a little bit of blending solution on and just blow it out. It's not bleeding at all, it's literally sitting on top of the other colours. So this is where you can start to build up your colours. Now the blending solution, I do still use alcohol. The blending solution controls the inks a lot more than alcohol. So depends on what effects you want. So that's your blending solution. Now if I show you alcohol, I don't really like using alcohol because it gives me a headache, but you know, there's times where I think it depends on what effect you want that you perhaps need to. So if you put a little bit of alcohol on, gives you a slightly softer effect. And whether you can see that, than your blending solution. So I tend to use a combination of the two, but that's basically your layering solution. So all I will do is just continue to go around and build all this up now. I mean, blending solution as well, to mix other colours together. So if you want an orange, get your yellow, get your red, mix it with a little bit of blending solution, and you can make it as intense colour or as light as you want. So that's the first two, layering solution and your blending solution on there. I'll do another bit of red. On there. But you know, this is what I like. There is no bleed through from the other colours underneath. It's just not shifting with that layering solution. So it's well worth it, and it does go a long way. Now some of these flowers can take me 2 or 3 hours. So, because again it's layering, blowing, layering, combination. I mean, that looks as though that's totally disappearing at the moment, but what you're doing is you're laying a base colour down. And you'll get to a point where you think, oh my God, that looks absolutely awful. But just go with it. Alright, so it's quite light, but you can see there where we've got bases of a flower. So I'm just going to let that dry just a little bit. Alright, so that's your next red. Just let it spread and you get a slightly more intense colour. It is all about building everything up. These bits around here, what I'll do, I'm going to leave them till the end. And just see if they change, because sometimes where you're blowing out and blowing out, it does change them anyway. So I'm not bothered about them at the moment, even though I don't want them like that. But you can see the second layer of red, and that's starting to get darker. So I'm going to grab my hairdryer just to dry it off a bit quicker. Or I'm not, because it's down the hut, so we'll have to just bear with it. I'll get that ready for the next one. So I'm going to go red again. What's this, layer 3 I think? Just a little bit on there. These, try and get yourself some decent bottles. I just decant into smaller bottles, but some of these are okay, but I've got them off of Amazon I think, but I just can't find a decent bottle that doesn't leak everywhere. Just creates a bit more work really when it leaks. And if you go in a little bit, you can start pulling them back. So you're going over, but you're getting more defined petals. I don't know what that is there. It might be come out of the straw. It's just all about patience. And you can see how much solutions I've been putting on. That still has not moved, that underneath colour, which is good. So I think I'm going to go in with a grey. Is this a grey or the black? No, this is a grey. Just let that dry off. And what we'll slowly do is, well, once you're happy, you slowly get smaller and smaller drops on. So I start putting them on with a brush. So then your colours, you know, you're not blowing it all out all of the time. You get your colours starting to appear in the middle. Now you won't notice at first because it is quite a light colour. But again, layers and layers will change. Now what you could do, if you wanted to keep that, if you just let that dry, you could put another layer of your solution on. So those colours won't move at all. Right, I'm just going to pause you and go and get my heater. Easier said than done. Right, I'm back. Right, the inks do actually flow better on UPO paper, which I will do another one with UPO paper. But just wanted to show you this because I had this already done, this one, with layering solution. So it's not a heat gun, it's actually a hairdryer. I'll just give it a quick dry off. I'm going to go in with some black, if I can find it. There it is. And I'm going to use my brush. So I'm just going to put a little bit in the lid. Just a couple of drops. Pick it out on the brush. No, sucked it up. We need a smaller brush really, don't we? It is. Just so it doesn't spread out too far. And I'm going to fly it out again. I think if I do that, it's going to be too much. Yeah, see? Don't want that much in there. Just put a bit in the middle. There's my brush. A little bit of blending solution. I'm going to pull that back in. It's not ideal to do that. I'll tip it in my palette. So I'm still here, you can just pull these colours out. I just want to show you how the blending solution works, just to so you can define what you're doing basically. Pull that right in. It's just light strokes as well. But you see, I don't know if you can see all the different veins and everything that it's getting. Blending solution I'm using, not the layering. I've already done the layering. Okay, right, I want to get rid of that, so I'm going to put a bit of alcohol on a bit of tissue. That red might stay because that's quite deep, so I might have to have a think about that, but that's... yeah, not too bad, I suppose. Get rid of that bit as well, I suppose. And we'll blend that red in, or something else. A little bit of red in my palette. A little bit of blending solution. And we'll just add a little bit of red. Various different places, and that might not look so out of place, we'll see. Yeah, not quite so obvious now. So there's always ways round. Right. Now, I want to lighten this up a little bit. One or two choices. I might take some of that off. Just a little tiny bit. Now, do I go in with a bit more red and make it more red? But I quite like that. Very dark. No, I'm going to go with a bit more red. So a bit of red and a little bit of lamb in solution. Yeah, I think you needed a bit of red. I might do a couple of. And again, if you didn't want any of that to move underneath, just put another layer of the solution on and that'll be fixed in place. Tell you what sometimes I do as well, is just use it straight from there, because you get a more intense colour where it dries. Yeah, that's Maisie snoring. See, to me that looks almost hand-drawn where all those lines are. You know, you see the ones where you know, I do it myself, where you just sort of add lines to it. That's what that reminds me of. Yeah, definitely need to do it. Well, I like it, that bit of red. Whoever it needed it. So this, as you can see, this is just straight out of the bottle. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to leave it at that. And then what I'm going to do is a black centre with some acrylic paint, because I haven't got a black pen. Me don't think. Actually, let me try and put a little bit of black in. What do I do with it? There's the lid. It's got to be here. There it is. And then I might just try it. I don't know, it's just got too far. I'm going to let that, I'll give that a dry. Don't use heat on UK paper because it shrinks. I found that out. Well, I knew it anyway, but I kind of forgot. Right, and then what I'm going to do is, what's this one? Just a white pen. And I'm going to leave it at that, I think, because I quite like that. Let's see if I can get you in closer. I don't know, it looks like I'm there, but I like it. And what I would do now, once that's dry, I'm going to spray seal it. Just with a gloss varnish, and then I'm going to resin it. But just quickly, those ones, that one that I did at the start with the layering solution on top of these colours. Is it dry? Some of it's dry. Okay, let's go for. Where's my yellow? Can't be far. Oh, there it is. Let's put a little bit of yellow on there. I think this bit's dry. But you can see it's touched the blue. Now normally that would bleed together. It's not bleeding. No, not bleeding at all. So that's a winner for me. So there we go. Right, I'm going to sort out some more videos, but that's just the one so far with the blending, the layering and the inks. Okay, hope you enjoyed. Bye.